acting CEO Stacy Miller kick us off. Two deputy directors, Sean and Josiel, follow up, and then Alex Barros, our assistant director of construction, will take us out to the platform, answer some questions about that, and then you get to ride to 168th and come back and answer any other questions that you have. So you'll get the full experience and see our station on 168th as well. So with that, I will. We were originally going to have a round robin to have the media outlets introduce themselves, but I think we've got a checklist of everybody, so I'd rather keep us on track and hand it off to Director Miller.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We are very excited to announce officially the start of Metro Express service on October 27th. So Metro Express, as you see behind me, there's a beautifully branded new fully electric 60-foot articulated bus. That is our new service that we'll be providing here. That will be stopping at our 14 iconic stations, one of which you're standing in right now in the air conditioning. So we're very excited about that. So this happens to be the first of its kind in the United States. So bus rapid transit exists elsewhere in the U.S. and across the world, but this is the first fully electric bus rapid transit and the first of its kind here in Miami-Dade County. It's 20 miles long. All of the buses that will be utilized for this service are electric. So we are also in conjunction with this service. We are building a brand new South Dade Transit Operations Center that is also built from the ground up as fully electric to support these buses, this service, and additional fully electric services as we move forward. The entire transitway was converted with the idea of being safe, convenient, and reliable. Many of you are aware the busway has existed for many years and continues to provide fantastic transit service on a daily basis. Right now, we provide about 10,000, or we meet the needs of 10,000 patrons a day with our existing services. Our goal is to increase that service, obviously, in the future with our bus rapid transit, with the goal of having our trips ultimately be under 60 minutes from end to end. That is a goal that we won't necessarily meet on day one, and we realize that we'll need to do some transitions and some optimization for about 60 to 90 days. But our test runs are working somewhat in that area, so our goal ultimately is to save everyone time as well as have them have a safe, reliable trip. My coworkers will describe some of the safety features associated with the transition of the busway to the transitway, but it's a very rail-like experience. As you're standing in this vestibule, it feels like a train station. When you walk out to the platform, it feels like a train station. You'll notice at the intersections, we have gate arms that are very familiar to people. They come down when the bus is going through, and we'll describe that a little bit more. But again, it's a rail-like experience with the goal of eventually growing the ridership and being able to transition from the transitway as a bus to something more. We also believe that, and we know that even during our construction and some of the other elements that we've been able to build as part of the transitway, this has been an economic driver for South Dade County. When we first started this project, obviously it was many years ago, it was pre-COVID, South Dade looked very different. Today it has really changed. It has become its own economic boom. We have included with that some additional transit-oriented development, which we'll describe a little bit more, but we're adding housing and other opportunities for our residents here in South Dade. So we really feel like not only does this open the rest of the county to our South Dade patrons, but it opens South Dade to the rest of the county, which is very exciting. And with that, I'm going to hand off to Josiel, who will give you a little more information.
Thank you, Director. Josiel Diaz, Deputy Director and Chief Project Delivery Officer for the Department of Transportation and Public Works. So the bus rapid transit, or as we know it as BRT, and we're known for using a lot of acronyms, is strategic and is sustainable, and it is its closest comparable to light rail transit. However, it comes at a fraction of the cost. And we believe that this positions this project for success within this community. The other thing that comes together with that, our director mentioned it, is economic development. So one of the things that we've done is we've shaped as a county, with the support of our mayor, the zoning regulations around rapid transit in order to add more density towards the area. This has allowed us to capitalize on the mixture between transit and the synergy between transit and development. And this contributes to getting more density, getting more housing, as well as some mixed-use development. We have some committed developments very in the near vicinity of South Lab Mall. That's also experiencing some redevelopment itself. We now have over 24 either completed or committed developments in the area, contributing to over 4,000 units. And these units come out of a mix in between affordable, low income, as well as market rate housing. So it allows the community to grow together. Further, the excitement in this project is that it is truly a sustainable project and an award-winning sustainable project. It received the top accolade from Envision for its sustainability of infrastructure. And in addition to that, as we mentioned, this is a fully electric fleet, accompanied by, first of its kind, a fully electric operations center. The project also offers other improvements in terms of its multimodal. As we know, we have the Southgate Trail next to us that we're going to be looking to improve in the coming years in order to bring and make this project as sustainable as possible. In addition to that, it's good to understand that this project is a labor of 3 agencies: the county, the state, as well as the federal government. All of us have committed funding towards the development of this project to the tune of close to $300 million, $100 million per each one of these agencies. And with that, I'm going to pass it along to our team in Sean Anderson, our Deputy Director, and Alex Barrios, who has served as the construction manager and is our Assistant Director of Construction for this project.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Sean Anderson, Deputy Director, and I'm the Chief of Transit Operations here at DTPW. So I want to really focus today on safe operations, right? When we open on October 27th, it becomes my team's responsibility to manage and get people through the corridor safely. And although we've been using the corridor for a while, people have become used to using the corridor outside of what its intent is. And now that we have these electric vehicles, which are much quieter than you would find from a CNG or a diesel engine, it's important that people not be on the transitway. It's also important because we've added gate arms that in order for us to get that trip from 344 to Dayland South and back, that you respect the gate arms because it will impact the ability for the buses to get through the transitway. And so we've also made a huge investment along the corridor by adding lighting, improving the actual transitway itself with the roadway. These buildings have 24-hour security. They have CCTV monitoring 24/7. Even the other stations that we have that aren't here along the corridor have added security features. And so we want people to understand that it is a safe station for you to come and visit and enjoy the service, but work with us to make sure that the operation stays safe by letting the buses be on the busway, not blocking the box, and really respecting the operation. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Alex, because he built it and he's going to tell you all the good features that we have.
Good afternoon. Alex Barrios, I'm the Assistant Director over Construction for DTPW. So I'm going to walk you through the experience here. So a typical transit rider will either start, here we have 6 park and rides like this one here, where you park your vehicle and you come into the station. You can also ride your bike, and if you notice behind you, we have bike lids. We were able to securely lock your bicycles and then leave them there and then come onto the station. So the first thing you do as you come in is you're going to see our new fare gates that have been installed. These fare gates will be deployed across our metro rails also, but we started here at the BRT. So you're paying your fare before you come in. So I'm a bus rider in the morning. The morning I get there, someone's always fumbling with their payment and taking time to get on the bus and delaying everybody getting on the bus. Because you pay your fare there, once you come in, you're already in the paid area, you can get on either door of the buses and get off on either door. So once you come in, the next thing you come into is our air-conditioned vestibule. Here you can sit and relax and wait for your bus to arrive. We have bus arrival and departure monitors behind me. Once your bus is here, or if you want to wait outside, you can step out onto the main platform. If you look up as you go through, you'll be greeted by art public places. We have art public places at most of our stations. We have 13 of these iconic stations, plus a 14th BRT station, which is at 168th Street, which we'll be visiting today, which is incorporated into the parking garage. So once you step out onto the platform, the canopy is insulated. So even on a hot day, you're not getting that heat coming off that metal and impacting the rider. It is vented. You can see we have perforated panels on the side that allows the breeze to come through. So it is rather comfortable out there. Not as nice as in here, but it is comfortable out there to wait for your bus. Once you step out, you'll see there are chargers for your phones and your devices, and there is a water fountain on the back end of the station. The stations are designed to be expanded in the future, so if we want to expand the stations, it can be expanded in that direction away from the vestibule. So right now we can berth 4 buses, 2 buses in each direction, can be pulled in, and there is a bypass lane. So if we have the first bus is still loading and the second bus is finished, they can go around that bus and continue on its way, making the routine a lot faster. So as we step outside, we'll be able to we'll board the buses. Things you'll notice on the buses is underneath each seat there is a plug-in charger for yourself, so it's much more comfortable. They are all electric, so as we go through, you'll be able to have a regular conversation in the bus. They're a lot quieter. So things I'd like to mention. Biggest challenges we've had for this project. First, we've built this project while still moving 10,000 passengers a day through the corridor. So we have kept our existing service while we built all of this. So that is a major challenge. The other major challenge is no one has done this anywhere in the country and possibly not in the world. We have built a system that has gate arms with preemption and priority. I'll talk about that in just a second. And there is no one that we can pick up the phone and say, hey, how did you figure this out? No, we are the first in the country to do this type of work. And we are working our way through all the little gremlins, but we're getting there. So we're having 2 different bus services on this corridor. We have the BRT Express service, which will stop at the 14 stations. That bus gets preemption in the morning in the northbound direction and preemption in the afternoon. So what does that mean? It's just like a train. As it approaches the intersection, the bus will communicate with the intersection and say, hey, I'm coming. The intersection will stop everything. The gate arms will come down. The system will check to make sure no one is blocking the box, which is a safety feature. So we'll make sure that no one's in the box. If the box is clear, then the gate arms will come down and the bus will be able to go through the intersection without stopping. And again, that happens in the northbound direction in the morning, on the southbound direction in the afternoon. It's 6 to 9 in the morning and 4 to 6 in the afternoon. Our second service is our local service. So as well as building these new stations, we have 16 local stops, 32 individual stations, which have been retrofitted as part of the project. And as we go down to 168th Street, we'll pass a set of those. Those are the existing stations. They all look a little bit different. Here they have a canopy. As you go farther south, they look a little bit different. They've been retrofitted, so we've improved the drainage, the customer experience, and installed security cameras. As Sean mentioned, these stations have the 14 BRT stations do have 24-hour security. So we have worked with the sheriff's office to put a green light up front, so this is considered a safe space. They are all monitored 24 hours, 24/7. So as we go through, we can walk the station a little bit. We'll be here to answer questions, and then we'll quickly board the bus, and we'll head down to 168th Street because that is another feature that we have built for this.
Internal survey with the employees to know those that ride.
We have surveyed so many people, yes. So we surveyed not only during the project development and environmental study, but we've continued to engage with the major employers in South Dade, and we are looking to have them help support us, not only in ensuring that they're providing that their employees know about the transit rate, but we also have discounted programs for major employers who can receive their employees can receive discounts to use our transit service. And we're trying to work with them to be able to provide shuttle systems or other opportunities to make sure that our patrons and their employees have a successful trip and have a safe, reliable trip.
Sorry, how many bus stations like this we have in these 20 miles? And with AC, with air conditioning, yes. And how much will be the ticket?
Sure. Sure. So there are 14 iconic stations along the 20 miles. That's in addition to, as we mentioned a little earlier, there are 32 open shelters that will provide service for the local service. So there's one local service and then the Metro Express, which is the bus rapid transit. So there's 14 of these and 32 of the open shelters. The fare price, excuse me, is the same price as our current existing service. So that's $2.25 for full fare. And you can transfer from here, from using the transit way and our bus rapid transit, either from the local service to bus rapid transit, or once you get to Dayland South, you can transfer free of charge. There's a free transfer to get onto Metro Rail or another local bus. So again, the price point is the same as our current fare. In addition, about 40% of our patrons have either half price or free fares based on the variety of different programs that we have. So if those fare policies, if you're a Golden Passport holder, you can use the bus rapid transit at no fee because that's your particular fare structure.
Is it completely cashless experience?
So this system is an open system. We allow any type of
Make
So
a
you can use
payment.
a fare card, you can use a credit card, you can use any number of different devices. If you have cash, you'll interact at our ticket vending machine. It converts that cash into a ticket. You then show that ticket at the gate and enter the vestibule at that point.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys mentioned the water fountain,
Yes.
right? But if I'm here waiting, no one mentioned anything about a restroom stop. So when you guys decide to expand, something like that could be an addition for those, especially, who's immobile or disability, have to use the restroom. And another profit I think you guys can make is having like a vending machine with the drinks and, that's just a thought, feedback. Based off everything else sounds really rewarding, having to be able to charge your phone and, the accessories on the bus. I like those ideas, but few little tweaks.
We have restrooms at 3 locations. So
Okay.
at the very beginning, at 344, at 168th at the parking garage, and obviously at Dayland South also. Unfortunately, there's costs to all of those types of improvements, but we did make sure that there were facilities spaced out along the corridor. We also, I will admit, do not encourage eating and drinking on our buses. So while we appreciate that you might want to see vending in the future, we do discourage eating and drinking.
At least on the outside right away. I'm just
When the electric buses will be available in North Miami?
I'm sorry?
When will these electric buses be available in North Miami?
So the buses that were purchased for this particular project are this 60-foot articulated bus. We have other electric buses in our fleet, and we continue to change out some of our older buses to new, more sustainable buses in the future. So this series of buses were purchased for this corridor, but as we purchase new fleet, obviously we'll be bringing on more sustainable, more environmentally friendly.
But thank you for South Day. Thank you. We want to really thank you.
You will find that these buses are much quieter. You can actually have a conversation on them, but we continue to roll out new fleet as we sunset some of our older fleet. But we have a mix of a variety of different types of buses at this time. But these are much larger than our normal buses are 40 feet, these are 60 foot.
She's been trying for the longest.
Really trying to
Y'all need me to record? Y'all need me to record or what? Just a picture? We're here at the 152nd southbound express bus station. It feels good, honestly. I don't know the temperature today, but imagine if it's at 90 to 100, what it would really feel like. But right now, it feels great. and they have an AC area, but I wish they had a restroom. People like me need to use the bathroom.
It was a question.
That's the only thing.
It was
But I'm
wonderful.
curious about the electric buses. You know, you hear the stories about Tesla and stuff like that happening. Hopefully the safety for the buses are very safe, 100% safe for our community.
Thank you so much.